I hope that all of you are doing well at your place and you're doing good. And welcome to the challenge of sociology mains examination, right? You see, today on 20th of October, we are going to start our main support program for sociology, right? And you see, this is an introductory program in which I will be discussing with you the right kind of approach needed to score good marks and conceptual clarity, because you see, the most important it is your conceptual clarity, right? So here we will be working on creating conceptual clarity and its application. और ये मैं आई होप कि आप लोग पढ़ाई कर रहे होंगे घर पर अपने, ऑल ऑफ यू आर स्टडिंग और यू हैव स्टार्टेड योर स्टडी. And today I will be sharing with you the complete schedule of the main support program, that how this program will help you in right preparation and giving you a right guidance, right? Now you see, first of all, the most important thing that you have to do is making a plan for yourself from today onwards, and that plan of your studies should be coherent with my plan also, so that together we are starting from 20th of October and our program will go till 20th of December. We are having a duration of approximately 2 months. Then what are our milestones during these 2 months, right? Number one, today I will give you, there is a saying, if you fail to plan, it means you're planning to fail. Therefore, first of all, you need to clear your mind, come with a fresh mind. एकदम फ्रेश माइंड के साथ आइए. ये बिल्कुल मत सोचिए आप कि मैंने क्या पढ़ाई करी है, मैंने पढ़ाई नहीं करी, क्या मेरा सिलेबस कंप्लीट होगा या मेरा सिलेबस कंप्लीट नहीं होगा, how I will prepare. There are so many references material, which books to read, which books not to read, what to do, what not to do, what's supposed to be done. So please get away from all these inhibitions, right? Leave these problems to me. Here we at Educami working for you, right? Here I will be telling you step by step, and you will see, if you go with us, you will be able to complete your syllabus. And the most important critical points which you need to understand, and from where the UPSC is regularly asking questions, because this is a main support program. So we will be focusing maximum on those areas which are having the highest possibility of questions, right? And during this marathon that we are going to start from today, you will see, we will be able to finish your syllabus, you will be able to write answers, and that is that. You see, there are a lot of places where test series are going on, right? When you made up your mind ki why should we come here, the most important thing when we were launching test series at that time, कि we don't want to run a run of the mill test series कि आप वहां पर आए, आपने जो है I give you a set of 20 questions in test paper 1, test paper 2, like this. You have written an answer, your answers get evaluated and go back to your home. So this was not our way of doing the things here at Educami. We are different. We believe in giving right kind of guidance, because we believe in the concept of our success is directly proportional to your success, right? Therefore, when you are studying, your faculty is also studying for you. This first thing should be very clear. Second, here we have made a plan for you, and you and me together work according to that plan, and you see, in the end you will come out with flying colors, right? So first of all, I want to give you the plan how we are going to do the things, right? So I am discussing the plan with you. This is your sociology main support program 2020, right? Today I'm writing the date 20th of October. There is a introductory lecture which will set the path for you. Then On 24th of October, I will be taking a pre-test discussion. In this pre-test discussion, I will be discussing with you what you need to do, what are the important topics, what are the important core areas and core examples from our day-to-day life which you are supposed to write in your answers, so that before taking a test you should aware of what needs to be done, how to prepare, and what are the most important principles which you need to learn, right? Then you are having your test, first test on 31st of October. But I know ऐसा होता है क्योंकि पढ़ाई एक ऐसी चीज है कि इट्स नॉट जस्ट पढ़ना, राइट? Your complete emotional, mental, everything involves in your studies. Now from 24th to 31st, I will be continuously in touch with you. I will, even if there is a need, you can call me also personally. I can call you to know about how you are studying. तुम्हारी प्रिपरेशन कैसी चल रही है, तुम रेगुलरली पढ़ रहे हो या नहीं पढ़ रहे हो, क्योंकि यहाँ पर हमें तुम्हें पढ़ाना है. Right or wrong? Done. 31st of October, and in between also I will be in regular touch with you. If you have any doubts, you're most welcome to contact me. I'm just a click away from you, right? Then you're having your next test on then on 6th of November, again we are having pre-test discussion for the next test paper, and then we are on 13th of November you're having your test 2. So this is the way we are planning our test series. This is the way we are going to go. You will be receiving, I think you have already received the test schedule. So this is the way. ये जो हमने यूनिक चीज यहाँ पे डेवलप की कि हमको प्री टेस्ट डिस्कशन करना है. Post test discussion is done everywhere. What we want to teach you. That is the reason our motto was teaching through test series, right? Now I want to give you an idea how you need to prepare, on what lines your preparation should take place here, right? अब you see, in your sociology there are two papers, paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 deals with the fundamental of sociology, and paper 2 किसकी बात करता है? Paper 2 talks about Indian sociology. Everybody knows about it. Here you are learning theories, concepts, principles. Here in Indian sociology you will be applying those concepts with respect to Indian sociology. Indian sociology implies with respect to Indian society. Therefore ये बहुत जरूरी है कि अगर आपको पेपर 2 में अच्छा परफॉर्म करना है और आपको पेपर 1 में अच्छा परफॉर्म करना है, तो पहला प्रिंसिपल क्या है आपका? फॉर यू दीज आर नॉट टू डिफरेंट पेपर्स, दे आर ओनली वन पेपर, दे कॉम्प्लीमेंट विद ईच अदर. तो जो कॉन्सेप्ट्स आप यहां पे सीखेंगे, यू हैव टू अप्लाई द कॉन्सेप्ट्स हियर, और जो इंडियन सोसाइटी को आपने लर्न किया, you have to quote examples of paper 2 in paper 1. That is called vice versa, interlinkage. इसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? You have to develop interlinkage. आपको क्या डेवलप करना है? इंटरलिंकेज डेवलप करना है, राइट? नाउ आई एम डिस्कसिंग पेपर 1 because your first test constitutes 5 most important units, and these 5 important units will give you more than 80% of questions in paper 1 are coming from only from this 5 units here. So therefore your test 1 lays down the foundation for your entire preparation, right? So my focus will be on test 1. You see, in test 1 I'm giving you an example, okay, how you have to develop the thinking. Your first topic is modernity and social changes in Europe. Modernity and social changes in Europe and emergence of sociology, right? ये आपका सबसे पहला टॉपिक है. किस यूनिट का? सोशियोलॉजी द डिसिप्लिन, राइट। इसका सब टॉपिक 1। इसका सब टॉपिक 2 क्या है? स्कोप ऑफ द सब्जेक्ट एंड कंपैरिजन विद अदर सोशल, विद अदर सब्जेक्ट्स। देन third topic is your sociology and common sense. This is the 3 subtopics of your first unit, that is 1 sociology the discipline. Am I right or wrong? And you should know your syllabus like a back of your hand, okay? Therefore memorize your syllabus, make it a part of your life, paste your syllabus where you are sitting in front so that it will always be in the front of your eyes, right? Agar aapka syllabus aapko memorize hai, if you know the syllabus of your optional, your half of the job is done, right? So this is your unit 1, sociology the discipline. Subtopic 1, modernity and social changes in Europe and emergence of sociology. Scope of the subject and comparison with other subjects of social sciences, sociology and common sense. This is the first unit, right? अब इसको what we will do, we will try to understand these things in the step by step manner. I hope you are also writing with me. क्योंकि एग्जाम क्या है? एग्जाम सारा क्या है? लिखने का एग्जाम है, आपको लिखना है, यू हैव टू राइट, तो मेक राइटिंग अ पार्ट ऑफ योर लाइफ हियर, ओके? यू सी, व्हेन यू आर स्टडिंग द वेरी फर्स्ट टॉपिक, emergence of sociology, this first unit lays down the foundation for you. You see, the topic says modernity and social changes in Europe and emergence of sociology. यानी कि अगर इसको मैं डिकोड करूं, modernity, it leads to social changes. कहां पर? In Europe, and all these events led to the emergence of sociology. So this should be your line of thought. Number 1, अब यहां पर जब हम modernity पढ़ रहे हैं तो the first thing that comes to our mind, how modernity came. पहला क्वेश्चन आपके दिमाग में ये आना चाहिए. The first thing that comes to your mind, how modernity came and what was the society before the modernity, right? What was the society before the modernity? And you will be surprised to know, I will give you the examples of questions also, how UPSC is framing question from these hidden areas. And when they talk about social changes, the social changes means in terms of economic changes, in terms of political changes, in terms of changes in society, social structure, in terms of economy, polity, society, social structure, every part of society is getting affected by the changes which is taking place. What are those changes? ये changes थे क्या? और जब ये changes हो रहे थे, when all this turmoil was taking place in Europe, it led to the emergence of a new discipline called sociology. अब you see, they are all interconnected topics. They are not individual units or individual sub units. They are all interconnected. Now you see, what is the next topic they are asking you? Here they said emergence of sociology. Immediately they are asking you a question, scope of the subject, and immediately the second part of this, comparison of sociology with other social sciences. This is the part 2. Now try to develop a relationship between all these topics. And finally, the third part they are asking, sociology and common sense. ठीक है? तो आपने पहली चीज क्या सीखी? पहली चीज आपने ये सीखी कि ये सारे टॉपिक्स इंटरकनेक्टेड हैं. नंबर 1, they are not in isolation with each other. They are interconnected. Right? ये पहली चीज सीखी आपने. अगर कोई इंसिडेंट हो रहा है, that we will discover and you will see when I will be giving you certain insights on thinkers also. अब होता क्या है? जैसे I give you an example because now it has come to my mind. Look, Karl Marx, let's say let's talk about Karl Marx here, okay, or Emile Durkheim. What of most of the time students did? वो क्या करेंगे? कार्ल मार्क्स को पढ़ना शुरू कर देंगे and then study the historical materialism, alienation, class struggle, mode of production, all that. लेकिन यूपीएससी क्वेश्चन क्या पूछ रहा है? UPSC is asking you, they will not ask you what is historical materialism, discuss mode of production. No, they are going to ask you this question. These kind of questions are asked in the university examinations. What they are asking? They are asking, critically discuss capitalism is affecting the personal relationships between men and women. In the light of this statement, discuss Karl Marx. Let me discuss, I'll give you the exact question, just a moment. And one thing more, now you have started seriously your preparation. दो चीजें आपके पास हमेशा होनी चाहिए. Point number one, your syllabus. Syllabus is not just a syllabus for you. For you, syllabus is your radar. And without radar, you will go haywire. Therefore, it is imperative you need to have syllabus always with you on your table, so that it will keep you in a right direction. It will keep you in a right confidence also. The moment you have done a topic, take it, revise it, again revise it, again revise it. At least you need to revise again and again. Read less and think more. This is the mantra. You don't have to read so many things, right? You have to read little, read less, but think more. That is the game of success in this examination. Because the moment you start thinking, the moment you start developing a line of thought, the moment you start interconnecting your concept with your everyday life, you are able to solve the question like a knife cutting a butter, right? Now you see the question. According to Marx, capitalism transforms even the personal relationships between men and women. Critically examine with illustrations from the contemporary Indian context. They asked this question way back in 2014 of 10 marks question. Here, number one, इस क्वेश्चन में क्या किया? They are testing your conceptual clarity. They are testing your conceptual clarity. They want to know how much marks you have understand, right or wrong. Therefore, they are saying that man-woman relationship are changing due to this capitalism. What does it mean? It means today in contemporary times, what is happening? Both husband and wife are working. Wife is also working. Husband is also working. Both are going from the morning, coming back to evening. Therefore, a new concept of creches has mushrooming in every metropolitan cities. Day boarding schools are coming up. This is how capitalism is changing the personal relationships, right? Second, they are interconnecting paper 1 with paper 2. Karl Marx is a thinker in your fundamentals of sociology, paper 1, and they want you to quote examples from Indian society, contemporary Indian society, the things which is happening in front of you. Therefore, in one question, they are doing interlinkage also, paper 1 with paper 2. They are testing your concept also. This is what I said in the beginning. और ये कब होता है? When you feel comfortable in dealing these kinds of questions, when you internalize the concepts, when you have understood the core principles of the concepts, and you are able to see those things happening around you. So these questions will become a sitters for you, and you will write a dynamic answer, and the UPSC examiners will be flabbergasted. Am I right or wrong? Right. Now, this is the thing. Now coming back to the topic. Here, all these units are interconnected. So number one, and one thing more, today I will be telling you the references also, unit wise unit. I don't want to burden you with giving you a whole list of so many books or so many reference materials that you start procuring it, and at the end of a day you will have a room full of books and full of material, and then you lose the interest in studies, right? Every test wise, I will be telling you the sources, chapters, pages that you have to study. Okay, done. So now you have understood, this is the way you have to think and read. For you, all these things are interrelated. For you, these are not different topics. आपके लिए ये एक ही चैप्टर है पूरा. आपको क्या पढ़ना है? आपको समझना है कि मॉडर्निटी आई कैसे यूरोप के अंदर। मॉडर्निटी से पहले यूरोप कैसा था? इट वाज अ डार्क एज, राइट और रॉन्ग? डार्क एज के बाद क्या क्या प्रोसेस हुआ वहां पर, विच लेड टू द इमर्जेंस ऑफ मॉडर्निटी। और इस मॉडर्निटी से व्हाट सोशल चेंजेस हैपेंड इन यूरोप and which led to the emergence of sociology. And now when sociology came into the picture, what is the scope of the subject in that and when you are discussing scope of sociology, you have to discuss it with respect to contemporary times. Then you have to understand how sociology is different or similar with respect to other social sciences like your economics, anthropology, history, geography, and lot of other subjects are there, right? How? And then how sociology and common sense. What is the relationship between sociology and common sense? So for you, this is going to be a complete one topic. You have to study in a this is not a different subtopics A, B, C. No, it is a one topic for all of you, right? And for this, you can refer a book for your unit 1, the sociology. For this, you have to study a book, TV Bottomore, and in this book you have to study pages 1 to 80 only. The starting 80 pages of this book. Only this book you have to read. This much you have to read. And once you read the book, keep referring previous year's questions. Right? For it will give you a understanding. In 2018, there was a question. The sociological imagination enables us to grasp history and biography and the relationship between the two in a society. Right? This was a question came in 2018. Right? And they are telling you there is a relationship, grasp history and biography. So these are the way that you have to. This is very application based question. Therefore, it is important you need to conceptually very strong. Because when you are studying emergence of modernity, so you are studying industrial revolution. Industrial revolution is a part of your history, right or wrong. It is a part of your history. You would have read about industrial revolution in your 9th standard, in your 10th standard, then your 12th also. Those who are coming from social sciences background, they have studied this in their undergraduate also. And those who are coming from sciences, they had studied industrial revolution in their 9th and 10th class. And it's a part of your GS paper 1 also. So it means you are studying history. Therefore, knowing history is required to understand it. And as far as biography is concerned, so when you are dealing with thinkers, so you are reading their biographies basically. Am I right or wrong? So this kind of an applied mindset is required. So first, you will complete this entire unit from the TV Bottomore, pages 1 to 80. You have to read, understand, underline the most important things, grasp the matter, and make it a part of your life here. Okay? Then another topic I am coming to, another most important topic which laid down the foundations of your entire paper of sociology. That is your sociology as science. Sociology as science. This is the unit 2. Now, here your first topic is science, scientific methods, and critique. Then your B part, major theoretical strengths of research methodology. Then C part, positivism and its critique. Then your D part, fact, value, and objectivity. Then non-positivist methodologies. Then is your E part. So this is your unit 2, sociology as science, in which your first topic is science, scientific methods and critique. Your second subtopic, major theoretical strands of research methodology. Your topic number 3rd, positivism and its critique. Then fourth topic, fact, value and objectivity. And fifth subtopic, non-positivist and its methodology, right? This you have to, these 5 units, you have to read from the book Harlambus, that blue one, starting 1 to 21 pages. Starting 1 to 21 pages. And 1 to 21 pages, the Harlambus blue book. And another one which you have to refer is orange color Harlambus, in which you have to read non-positivist approach, positivism, fact value and objectivity, and major theoretical stands. These three topics. That's it. Apart from this, nothing is required to study. It will give you a good foundation, good fundamentals, and your job is done. Now we are coming to another topic. This is your second. It will not take you more than a day to complete all these things. This is very easy topic. It is one of the sitters in your paper. That is your research, methods, and analysis. This is a very easy topic which you can refer, because here you will be dealing with qualitative and quantitative methods. Then techniques of data collections, and finally variables, sampling, hypothesis, reliability, and validity. This topic, you will be getting notes from my side. I will be giving you a PDF document. You don't have to refer any book. Just you need to refer those papers, those material that I will be providing you, and this topic will be done. It is a sitter, very easy topic. Every year a question is coming from this topic. Very easy, straightforward questions are coming. You can easily crack it. So I will be providing you a PDF on that. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm coming to the most important part, sociological thinkers. The crux of the matter. Fourth, socio-logical thinkers. देखो, whenever you are attempting to study thinkers, तो सबसे पहला काम क्या होना चाहिए आपको? Before studying thinkers, you need to understand the prevailing circumstances of that particular time in which that thinker was born. That is very important to understand the mindset, the different kind of factors playing a role in creating that line of thought, that ideology in the mind of the thinker, right? You see, the number one thinker and the first thinker in your book, in your syllabus, is Karl Marx. And whenever you are writing an answer, your introduction should be amazing, that the examiner, after reading that introduction, feels to read your entire answer, that what the student is writing. That reading is very important here, right? Now I'm discussing I'm just telling you the little bit idea. We will discuss more on it when I will doing a pre-test discussion and post-test discussion. I'm giving you a line of thought on which you have to build the path. Okay. If I'm reading Karl Marx, right? What Karl Marx did? Somebody ask you. Karl Marx brought social change. Karl Marx brought social change in the society. Number one. Number two, his writings are universal in nature. So this kind of very basic understanding is required on your part to have a clarity to what Karl Marx did. When I'm talking about Karl Marx, normally Karl Marx's life can be divided in two parts. Okay, let me rub this. Just say, for example, I'm reading Karl Marx. So I can say Karl Marx, there are two parts of it. One is young Marx, when he was young. Second, old Marxist, when he became an old Marx, right? When he was young, what are his mindsets? He was evolutionary, he was humanist, he was empathetic, and when he became old, he became revolutionary. Therefore, there is a saying, academics Marx is different from the social activist Marx. इसीलिए हम क्या बोलते हैं, academics marks is different from social activist marks, right? And from here the question can be framed, because you need to understand कि यार ये कार्ल मार्क्स के किससे कार्ल मार्क्स इन्फ्लुएंस हुआ था. अगर मैं, if I have not read Hegel, I cannot understand Marx. Marx is influenced by Hegel. और हेगल में हम क्या पढ़ते हैं, the people who are followers of Hegel, they are called Hegelians, right? And the people who are his critics, they are known as anti-Hegelians, right? अब मैं अगर हेगल का एक लाइन में आपको बताऊं कि what is the Hegel's contribution, what Hegel did, तो I will say Hegel established juxtaposition between idealism and realism. Juxtaposition का मतलब जानते हो ना, क्या होते हैं juxtaposition? Juxtaposition means establishing a close relationship, establishing a close relationship. यानी कि हेगल के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से आइडियलिज्म और रियलिज्म में ज्यादा डिफरेंस नहीं होता है. उदाहरण के तौर पर इफ आई गिव एन एग्जांपल, आइडियलिज्म क्या है? आइडियलिज्म ये है कि आप मेरे साथ बैठे हुए हैं, आपका पेपर और पेन, जैसे मैं लिख रहा हूं आपका पेपर पेन वैसे चलते रहना चाहिए, राइट? आइडियलिज्म ये है जो आपको बताया जा रहा है वो आपको करना है. इट इज अ बाइबल ट्रुथ फॉर यू, यू हैव टू इंप्लीमेंट इट फ्रॉम टुडे ऑनवर्ड्स. You have to study 10 to 12 hours a day to crack this examination, right? ये आइडियल है. और रियलिटी क्या होती है? रियलिटी इसकी उल्टी होती है, राइट? रियलिटी में क्या होगा, आप वेबिनार देख रहे होंगे, क्या यार ये क्या बता रहे हैं, ऑल दैट इज बोरिंग एंड ऑल दैट, यू आर फीलिंग लाइक दैट. ओके, अच्छा हम ये पढ़ लेंगे, अब ये देखा है, कल कुछ और देख लेंगे, थर्ड डे कुछ और देख लेंगे, यार हो नहीं रहा, काम नहीं हो रहा, बहुत टेंशन हो गई है, एग्जाम पास आ गया. ये क्या रियलिटी है? रियलिटी में वी आर लाइक दिस ओनली. 2 घंटे पढ़ेंगे, 4 घंटे डे ड्रीम करेंगे, राइट? लेकिन हेगल क्या बोलता है? नहीं, आइडियलिज्म एंड रियलिज्म में ज्यादा फर्क नहीं होता है. देयर आर सम स्टूडेंट्स who are accepting my words as a biblical truth. They must be jotting down every point that I am telling them. They must be listening to me very carefully. They are listening to me very carefully. They are noting down the most important point that I am sharing here. अगर मैं उनको ये बता रहा हूँ तो उनको वो समझ रहे होंगे कि ये what we needs to understand. Today itself they will procure the right material. They will open the book. They will start chewing, imbibing and digesting the books, the material that will be given to you. And finally they will come out with flying colors, crack the exam. तो therefore वो कौन है? Hegelian. Hegel क्या कह रहा है? Establishing a juxtaposition between idealism and realism. So you have to understand the thinker from the perspective of the conditions. क्योंकि जब मार्क्स यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ रहा था, at that time there was a movement, a kind of atmosphere around him of Hegel. Hegel culture was there. So in his young age, he was highly influenced by Hegel, right? And later on, he criticized everything what Hegel said here. You are getting my point? So therefore, it is imperative on your part to know the background of the thinker. Then, after understanding that, you will be in a position to holistically understand. ठीक है? तो थिंकर हो गया. ऐसे ही कार्ल मार्क्स में हमको क्या क्या पढ़ना है? You have to study number 1 historical materialism. Then you have to study mode of productions. After this, you have to study the concept of class struggle, and the 4th one, his concept of alienation. तो यानी कि आपको 4 सब टॉपिक्स पढ़ने हैं: हिस्टोरिकल मेटेरियलिज्म, एलिनेशन, थर्ड मोड ऑफ प्रोडक्शन, 4th क्लास स्ट्रगल, राइट? ये आप कहां से पढ़ेंगे? ये आप पढ़ेंगे, देयर इज अ बुक बाय लुइस कोजर. इसमें ये कहां दिया? यू हैव टू रीड कार्ल मार्क्स फ्रॉम द बुक लुइस कोजर. ठीक है? यू हैव टू स्टडी ओनली कार्ल मार्क्स फ्रॉम लुइस कोजर. डन? नाउ आई विल कम टू द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक. Who is the next thinker? Next thinker is Emile Durkheim. Emile Durkheim, the French, right? Who let down the foundation of French modernity. He was Emile Durkheim. Emile Durkheim, what you have to study? You have to study number 1, Emile Durkheim's तो पहला क्या पढ़ना है आपको इसमें, डिवीजन ऑफ लेबर। सेकंड टॉपिक आप क्या पढ़ेंगे इसमें, व्हाट इज द सोशल फैक्ट, राइट। नंबर थर्ड आप इसमें क्या पढ़ेंगे, सुसाइड। देन यू विल स्टडी अबाउट रिलीजन एंड सोसाइटी। ये कहां से पढ़ेंगे इमाइल डर्खिम, आप इमाइल डर्खिम भी आप कौन सी बुक से पढ़ेंगे, लुइस कोजर से पढ़ेंगे। आप कहां से पढ़ेंगे, लुइस कोजर, राइट। अब अगर इमाइल डर्खिम का क्रक्स बताया जाए, इमाइल डर्खिम वाज अ थिंकर हु सेलिब्रेटेड सोशियोलॉजी as a father of a man, that it is a society which gives you everything, right. I will be giving you more insights in our pre-test discussion and post-test discussion. Okay, then we'll move to further. Then there is a third thinker, Max Weber. Max Weber, what you are supposed to study, you need to study about social action, then ideal types, then authority, then bureaucracy, and the most important thing, Protestant ethic and the spirit of capitalism, right. यानी कि number 1 you have to study about social action, number 2 Max Weber's bureaucracy, Max Weber concept of ideal types, Max Weber how defined authority, then how Max Weber looks at Protestant ethic and the spirit of capitalism. What he is doing in Protestant ethics and the spirit of capitalism, Max Weber is explaining you the role of religion in inculcating values in you, right. Therefore, the role of religion plays a very important part, that we will be deciphering it in this topic. Then we will discuss more about authority, how bureaucracy and authority are interrelated, how he constructed the concepts of ideal types in the understanding of society, and what a social action means and how social action is playing an important part in the analysis of Max Weber society, right. This topic also you will study from Louis Kozer. Now, अब आगे चलते हैं. Yes, now we are coming to Talcott Parsons. Talcott Parsons, we need to study two things. Number 1, social system. Number 2, pattern variables. And Talcott Parsons also you will study from the book Louis Kozer. Therefore, 4 thinkers you are supposed to study: Karl Marx, Emile Durkheim, Max Weber, Talcott Parsons. Or you can do one thing, Talcott Parsons you can study from, just a moment, Talcott Parsons you can refer Ritzer. Then we have Mead. Mead we will study about self and identity. Only these 2 parts. This you can refer Louis Kozer. And then you have Robert K. Martin. And Robert K. Martin, you have to study about latent function, manifest function, conformity and deviance, and reference groups. Before Robert K. Martin, you can refer Ritzer. So this is a part of your thinkers. I will be taking a discussions on that in your pre-test discussion and post-test discussion, and try to bring about the most important principles in our class discussion, so that you have a much more better clarity. And I will also provide some material in the form of PDF to you. Then the 5th topic, stratification and mobility. For stratification mobility, there is a one book by Dipankar Gupta, former professor of JNU, Social Stratification. You have to read from this book, Social Stratification, right? In which the number 1 talks about the concepts of number 1, equality, number 2, inequality, number 3, hierarchy, number 4, exclusion, number 5th, poverty, 6, deprivation. This is the first subpart. It talks about the conceptual understanding of equality, inequality, hierarchy, exclusion, poverty, and deprivation, right? Then, second subtopic, it talks about theories of social stratification. Theories of social stratification, in which first, structural, functional, functionalist theory. Number 2, it talks about Marxist theory. Number 3, it talks about Weberian theory. This topic, I will be giving you a handwritten notes from my side so that you have a clear-cut understanding on these theories here. Theories of social stratification, structural functionalist theory, Marxist theory, and this your theories of social. Number 1, structural functionalist theory, your Marxist theory, and your Weberian theory. I will be giving you handwritten notes so that you don't have to go anywhere and your job is done, because it lays down the foundation, and these theories we will be using a lot in paper 1 also, in paper 2 also, yeah, right? So this is regarding our test paper 1. So start doing it, and I will be continuous touch with you. Regularly I will be calling you, or you can call me, because I want you to qualify this exam with the flying colors, right? So this is our discussion regarding your test paper 1 introduction. This is how things are going to take place here at Educami. We will be working in close coordination with you. Thank you very much for being with me, and wish you good luck, and we will continue our series on that. Yeah, we will start interacting, we will be in continuous touch, and we will start working hard together. Okay, wish you good luck. Thanks a lot.